Greetings, beautiful ones. How are you doing? Welcome, dear ones, to the Treasure is You podcast. I am your host, and my name is Sonya. And this is a healing space, just to inform you. So if you are here, beautiful ones, you have connected with your soul. Yes. This is a space of healing. This is a space of aligning. This is a space of remembering. And we are doing just that. It brings me such joy to connect every single day with everyone because this is my purpose. I have been initiated, I have been in training my entire life for this. And if anybody would have asked me if I would be doing and speaking and having a podcast, I would have told them, are you crazy? And I don't even like to say the word crazy because this was not on the radar for me at all. Just letting you know. So welcome, beautiful souls. You have arrived. You have listened to your soul. And I'm being told to tell you, which I do share with all of you all the time, that the things that I share are simple, yet, dear ones, it is the simple things that we miss at times. It really is. It is the simple things that go over our head because we are thinking that is something that we have to work so hard for. Yes. This is a part of that conditioning, that spell. Yes, dear ones, we have all been under the spell of conditioning, and there are many conditions that we have been subjected to. So before I continue, beautiful ones, beautiful souls, yes, and you are beautiful, every bit of you. Let us now close our eyes and allow yourself to consciously breathe your life force because we are the breath, dear ones. And then exhale out through your mouth, releasing all of what no longer serves you. Let's continue to consciously breathe through our nose. And as you're breathing, visualize your cells lighting up with beautiful white light energy from Source, from the Creator, from God. This is our essence, and we are being filled with the essence of God, the essence of Source, because we are all sparks of creation. We are all fractals of the One Most High. And we are in this podcast aligning, remembering, and healing, because that is what healing is. Healing is bringing in alignment to those parts of ourselves that we did not know about, that we've been fighting, that we've been resisting, that we've been judging, that we've been criticizing, that we've been pointing the finger at, that we've been calling names, degrading ourselves. Yes, yes. We are bringing all of those expressions in alignment with love. So as we continue to breathe, we are allowed to see with enlightened eyes, so we can see beyond the physical. We can read between the lines, and we can see the beauty that God, that the source, and that the creator of all life has provided for all of us. We are allowing for the gift of clear audience to allow us to hear the intuitive wisdom, the whispers of wisdom, so we can always take the steps that is for our highest good. And we are uniting our mind and our heart in this space of healing. So it is, thy will is done. You can open your eyes, beautiful ones. Yes, you are in a space. You are in a space of healing. What am I doing? All right, beautiful one. So before I begin, I just want to share that everything in existence, I'm speaking humanity, I'm speaking nature, I'm speaking the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, I'm speaking of every living thing, and everything is living, was and is created by God, by the source. Excuse me. Got a little tickle in my throat. I might have to go get some water. Yes, I do have to get some water. Excuse me, dear ones. Bear with me for 1 minute. I'm going to get a drink because I have a tickle in my throat. So hold on. All right, beautiful ones. I am back. I was feeling some dryness, some like a tickle in my throat, but I'm here to share with you what I just received from my team, that was and is our throat chakra is being cleared. So whoever is watching this video, it could be anybody, it could be everybody. Your throat chakra right now is being cleared. I'm an empath, and so are you, and I pick up on other people's emotions. And when you tune in, so whoever has tuned in, you are right now having your throat chakra cleared. Okay? This is how it works, dear ones. So yeah, I was feeling my throat. I was feeling like a dryness and itchiness, and it was causing me to cough. And anytime I cough, that's letting me know that somebody has throat chakra issues, and your throat chakra is being cleared. Yes. But if you are a person that does not do the spiritual work, it's being cleared now, but, tomorrow or the next day, it may go back to the same way it was, unless you're doing some spiritual practice to keep your throat chakra open. Yes. and I'm being told to say this as well, is that humanity, dear ones, we all are affected by the wound of suppression, especially women. So our voices have been suppressed throughout history, especially women. So that's another wound in the throat chakra. Okay, dear ones? So I'm just bringing awareness that if you feel your throat and you're not sick, you just start coughing out of the blue. That means that your throat chakra, your team, is doing something to help clear it. Yeah. So that you have throat chakra issues, because what did I just say? We all have a collective wound of suppression. Yeah. Suppression is alive energy. Everything is alive, like I just said. The creator created everything. Okay, so that is what just happened to me. So I had to get some water, and I usually drink tea while I'm doing these podcasts because sometimes that happens. Okay, so I'm just sharing with you, whoever is watching this video, you're having some throat chakra clearing. Right now. All right, so continuing. So, nemesis or ally? Are you your own nemesis? I said nemesis, excuse me. Are you your own nemesis? I don't even know if I said emesis the first time. Correction if I did. Are you your own nemesis? Or are you your own ally? Yes, I was told to bring this up. Yes, I was. So the first thing that comes to my mind is Superman. Okay? So I know a lot of people have watched Superman, but I know there may be some people who haven't watched Superman. So let me recap the story of Superman for you. Well, Superman came from, let me see if I can remember this. I'm trying to think. I don't remember where he came from, excuse me. He did not come from Earth, which is this is a great example because all of us don't come from Earth either. Okay, so he came from another galaxy. I cannot remember what galaxy, but nevertheless, dear ones, Superman came from another galaxy, and so did we. Okay, so I'm just showing you the comparisons. I'm showing you how the movies, how everything in our life journey are codes in our messages. So back to Superman. So Superman could fly. He was very powerful. And I just want to share that his nemesis was Lex Luthor. Okay. And Lex Luthor, though, was from Earth. He didn't have superpowers. But he figured out what was Superman's weakness, which was kryptonite. So I want to share with you this, dear ones. So kryptonite, dear ones, was green. It was a green emerald type of mineral that supposedly made Superman weak. So I'm here to share with you that in the movie, kryptonite was Superman's weakness. So this is my interpretation, that is really a metaphor for love, because the color green, dear ones, is our natural essence of love. It is the color of Mother Earth. It is the color of Archangel Raphael, who heals all of humanity when you call upon him. And Archangel Raphael is an angel, of course, from God. Now, remember what I said in the beginning: God created everything. So, for those who do not resonate and believe in angels, I'm just giving you a rundown that God has created everything. Okay, so Archangel Raphael, his color is green. So green is the universal color of healing. It is the universal color of love. Okay, and it represents what? Our heart chakra, which is emerald green. So Superman's weakness was love. So you see how they did this in the movie? This is how humanity, in our stories that we hear, that love is all about being weak, where essentially it's the opposite. Love is your strength. Love is not weak at all. But some would love to tell you that, oh, when you're in love, you're weak. So guess what? A lot of people avoid love because they don't want to be weak. So whoever believes that, you bought into that illusion that said to you that love is weak, where love is not weak. Love is the essence that creates, that uplifts, that inspires. It is not weak. It really is a presence. But I'm here to tell you that love is that essence, that magical essence that makes everything possible. Everything. So I just wanted to share that because they said it was kryptonite. They said it was his weakness. And as I said, that is something that humanity has said in the past. But we're not saying that in this video because we know that love is our strength. Yes, we know that love is the encompassing essence that keeps life flowing and growing. Yeah, that's what love is, because you wouldn't exist if love didn't exist, because you are love. Okay? You are love. I would say you are that. So that was, for me, pretty interesting how they, said that that was his weakness. Okay? So anytime he got near, they brought kryptonite near him, he got weak. He lost his powers. You see, he lost his innate powers. And guess what? We have innate power. So they're trying to say, when you're in love, you're going to lose your power. No, that is not true. When you're in love, you are going to increase your power because you're going to be in alignment with who you are, which is the essence of love. That is why we exist. Yes. Now, some people may not agree with me on that, and that's okay. But you are living, right? You're here. How did you get here? How did I get here? You see, we all got here some kind of way. And I'm here to share with you from my understanding, love has a lot to do with it. Yes. So remember that love is not a weakness like many may claim it to be. No, love is not weak. Love is gentle. Love is gracious. Love is infinite. Love is compassion. Yes. When you look at love, you're looking at a child When you look at love, you look at an animal. When you look at yourself, as I just said, you're looking at love. But because of our life journey, most of us don't look at ourselves as love because most of us have gone through struggles and heartaches and pain and all these things. And because of that, most of us hold on to those expressions. Those expressions are in the middle of love. Okay, we have a scale. You have love at the right end of the scale, and then we have the opposite of love, which we will say is hate. And then in the middle of love and hate, we have everything in between. So when you are having difficulty with the word love, I'm letting you know that it's one of those words that are in between love, but it's not love. Because what did I say love is? Love is gentle, compassionate, graceful. And love it just is. It's a presence that does not judge, right? That does not criticize. And when you're in the presence of love, you feel really good because you are in alignment with your true essence. All right? So that is the rundown on Superman and kryptonite. So for those who have never watched Superman, go watch it. Yeah, watch the first one. And I know because I'm trying to think when did Superman come out? Did it come out in the early 80s? I'm not sure. But yeah, it may look old, because like I said, I believe it came out in the 80s. I might be wrong. It probably came out in the late 70s. I'm really not sure. But take a peek at that movie. Okay? So the Nemesis was Lex Luthor. And the Nemesis was the person that was trying to destroy Superman, trying to take his power, right? So are you your own nemesis? Think about it now. Think about when you were doing a certain thing. Were you ever sabotaging yourself? Were you ever knocking yourself down? Were you ever criticizing yourself? Were you ever doing things that would do the opposite to what you really want to achieve? Like being lazy, like feeling unworthy. I bring this up because this is what humanity at times do. We do those things when we're not in alignment. Yes, we do such things because, as I always say, we're not conscious. We're not fully conscious of who and what we are. So at times, all of us will fall into those expressions that sabotages, that judges. What else did we do? Let me see. Greed, stubbornness, jealousy, envy. We're blind. Yeah, we have a blind eye to the things that we need to see. What else? Cynical, hatred, anger, and doubtful. Yes. So if you, at times, and I know you have, you will at times fall into some of those expressions because we are not in alignment. Now, when you're not in alignment, if you bring conscious awareness that you're not in alignment, then that's a great thing because you're bringing yourself into alignment. And that's the beauty of us. We always have the capability to bring ourselves into alignment. So let me speak about another nemesis. So we have Captain America. His nemesis was Red Skull. Wonder Woman's nemesis was Ares, the god of war, and Circe, a sorceress. Spider-Man's nemesis was Green Goblin and Venom. Iron Man's nemesis was Doctor Doom, Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom again, and we got Mole Man. So all these nemesis essentially are parts of ourselves that is not in alignment with our true selves, and that part of ourselves likes to control, likes to dominate, likes to point the finger, likes to destroy, likes to alienate. What else? What else did we do to ourselves unconsciously? Did I say, yeah, sabotage? Yeah. All of these expressions happen to us. We do it to ourselves unconsciously. Now, I'm not saying that every one of us does all of these things, but at one point in time, or maybe 2 points in time, you will fall into anger because maybe something wasn't going the way that you thought it would go. And because of that, it angered you. You see, we encompass the whole. But because it angered you, what are you going to do? Are you going to stay in anger forever? No, you can't stay in anger forever. As far as I'm picking up, I don't think that's possible because we fluctuate in and out of different frequencies. And that would take so much of your energy to stay in anger. That's what I'm picking up. So when you are in anger, eventually we lighten up. We come to the expression of hope. We come to the expression of liking something. So we're working our way back up to be back in alignment with love. So if you are in anger, it is to show you that you are out of alignment for whatever you're angered about. Yes. So everything has a purpose, but you being your own nemesis, if you are repeating it over and over and over again, that's something to be concerned about. That's something to be aware about. Yes, awareness, because something, as I said, is out of alignment. So if you get angered all the time, this is the moment where you need to pause. You need to figure out, why am I continuously getting angered at this person talking, just talking? Why? Is it some truth in there that this person is talking to you about and you don't want to hear it? You see, this is how we heal I'm telling you, it's brilliant. This is how we heal. So if that person is saying something that may be of truth, but you're not ready to hear it and it angers you, that's you out of alignment. That's you not ready to receive that truth. That's why you're angered. That's why a lot of us get angered. We get angered by many things, but of course, when a person may be speaking something that I said, it could be of truth, and it's like it's getting under your skin, it's triggering you. So, because it's triggering you, to me, that's a green light. It's triggering you because something within you needs to come in alignment. Yeah. So when we can pause and question and figure it out, then guess what? Anger will no longer be there. You will no longer get angered because you just question, why am I angered? Now, if you refuse, if you're stubborn, okay, that was one of the words on the list that I said. If you're stubborn about this, then guess what? You're going to continue to be angered or angry because you are being stubborn with figuring out, why am I angered? Why am I angry? You see how that works? You see how we just figured it out? It circles back to you. Yeah. So, as I said, we can be our own nemesis, which is you can be your own, what's the word I'm looking for? You can be your own victim, your own enemy, which is the nemesis, by being stubborn, refusing to listen, refusing to hear. So in these movies, which all of them happen to be superhero movies, that's the message in that. That's the message in that. Now, it's saying you, because we are a mirror of one another, but it can also go as other people. It goes both ways. I'm speaking more so of you being the nemesis, because what I have found out, and I'm being told to tell you, is that everything revolves around you. Yeah. Some people may not believe that, but yeah, everything revolves around you. It's your perspective. It's how you're seeing it. Yes, it's how you're perceiving and seeing. And when you can bring awareness to, as I said earlier, anger, you can alchemize that anger back into love. Yes, with awareness. So that awareness was you questioning. You questioning, why am I getting angry every time this person speaks to me? Is it the tone of their voice? Is it the words they're saying? What is making me angry? You see, so by you asking those questions, by you being aware, you have just alchemized it. And then you will not be angry anymore. Unless, like I said, unless you're stubborn and you want to continue and you want to refuse to see it, you want to refuse everything about it. And if you do want to refuse, then you are going to continue to be angry. Yes, That's how it works. So this goes with everything in life. Every single thing in life. When you bring awareness to a certain thing, you will be able to alchemize that thing by bringing awareness to it. Okay? So as we're speaking about these things, we are being healed by whatever is within your experiences, unknowingly and knowingly. Anything that may be within you that angers you, it is being healed. Yes, it is being healed because we are right now addressing the word anger. And anything else that falls out of alignment, we are bringing that into alignment. So you can jot down right now if there are any other things that bring you out of alignment. Just say, you're stubborn. You can put that word down. At times I'm lazy. You can put that word down. At times I'm judgmental. Put that word down. So with these words, you write them down, and then you go through each word one by one. Why am I judgmental? Yeah, this is what you do. This is how you heal it. And then you write it down. But if you don't write these things down, if you don't make the space to acknowledge it, because we're bringing awareness to these expressions, and these are major expressions that humanity faces all the time. And when you don't acknowledge it, guess what happens? You will repeat it. Yes, you will repeat and repeat and repeat because you didn't learn the lesson. Remember, I have shared with people, all of you on this podcast and my other channel, that Earth is a school. Yes, Earth is a school for us, and we are the students. We are the children learning, growing, because we are actually masters. Yes, we are actually masters, and we are learning to master this reality. So when you master this reality, you're mastering yourself, because we are a mirror of this earth. Okay? We are a mirror of this earth. And what did I say about the color green? The color green is a universal, it's a frequency, it's a healing essence. This is why nature is green, because you are coming back to your true nature. How you like that? Your true nature. And nature is green, which is healing, which is in the heart, which is love. That's all of us. So when you're open, like you're open now in this podcast, you are learning that you are healing. Yes, because you're open. Yes. So Earth is the school, and we are the students. And we are learning. We are learning today about the nemesis, being the nemesis, or being an ally. So when you are an ally, that means you have brought those expressions into alignment. You brought it back into love. So you are in alignment. You are now an ally to your own expression, your own journey, everything about you. You are in alignment. You're not out of alignment. So, but when you are out of alignment, what do? You pause, as I say. You bring awareness to whatever situation you are going through. Okay? If you hear, oh, you're so lazy, if you get offended by a person saying, oh, you're so lazy, then there must be some truth in that because you got upset. But if you don't get upset when somebody says, oh, you're so lazy, then you see how that works? It didn't affect you because it's not true for you. You see how words can trigger people? So that's why I'm here to tell you that when a person says something and it angers you, it triggers you, then there's something within you that you need to address. Yes, this is how we heal, dear ones. People are not speaking just to speak. They are speaking certain things to trigger you. So when you do get triggered, you have that opportunity to heal. Yes, we always have the opportunity to heal. So are you the nemesis or are you an ally to yourself? Are you sabotaging yourself? Are you being stubborn? Are you greedy? Are you competitive to the point where you want to hurt somebody? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That kind of competitive. That's totally out of alignment. So I just thought it was fascinating to talk about this subject because we have so many superhero movies where there are nemesis that what are they doing in the movies? What are they doing? They're trying to control another person. They're trying to take away their power. They're jealous of them, right? And at times, most of the times, because they're superheroes, they're trying to kill them. You see? That's all out of alignment. Yes, all of it. So that's the message in those movies, is that we cannot control. We cannot kill people. No. We cannot judge people. We cannot try to take their power. No. No. This is what those superhero movies is telling us as the nemesis. Yeah, the nemesis always wants to control, dominate. Yes, that's what's happening. So we see that in our current reality with certain people. So when you see that, of course, we don't want no parts of that. But we stand in our power. We do not allow another person to manipulate you by standing in your power. We do not allow another person to control you. You do not give your power away. Yeah. And how do you give your power away? By going along with that person that may be doing something that you don't agree with. Yeah. So in that instance, you're giving away your power. So no longer do we give our power. No longer that we give our power away. No, not in this new cycle where we know that we are the power. Yeah. We have already gone down that road of giving our power away. Yes, we have so many times. Unconsciously. A lot of it was unconscious, but in this new cycle, we have brought more conscious awareness into our mind, into our emotions, into our bodies, treating ourselves with love, with grace. Yes, That's what we're doing. And it's a beautiful thing when we can do these things. Yes, it is. So I like to go back to Superman and Lex Luthor. Like for me, that is just such an example that just shows us about the color green, about love, and that we are love. When we express love, we emanate love throughout the whole world. And when we do that, that makes everyone come into alignment with love. Yes. So love is not a weakness. Like humanity, some parts of humanity thinks that love is a weakness. I even hear some people say, oh, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry because, you know, that makes me appear weak, especially men. They don't want to cry because they don't want to appear to be weak. And I'm like, no, that is not weakness. It is most certainly not weakness. That's showing that you have a heart. That's showing me that you're human. Yeah, I say cry. Yeah. When people say to me, oh, I don't want to cry, I'm like, what? You better cry. Yeah, because you're healing. When you cry, you're healing. See, people don't even realize that. You're healing when you cry. Yes, you are healing. You're getting it out. You're not allowing for whatever it is to stay within you. You're crying and you're releasing. Yeah, crying is releasing. So for men who maybe have been taught, oh, don't cry. Don't cry, son. Be strong. No, cry. Get it out. Because if you don't cry, it's going to cause some misalignment. It's going to cause some kind of mental confusion. It's going to cause anger. It's going to cause rage. It's going to cause one of those or maybe two of those expressions that you don't need to be hanging on to. So why not cry? Cry so you can get it out your system. Yes. Yes. So crying is a good way, dear ones. Do not let anybody tell you, especially men, to not cry, because that's another misconception that has been placed upon humanity, that men cannot cry. No, men are supposed to cry. They're a human being, right? They have emotions, right? They have a heart, right? So if they don't cry and something's like angering them or they're in pain, what they're doing is they're shoving that pain in the heart. Because what did I say? The heart, everything has to go through the heart. So now the heart has this pain within its heart because you chose not to cry. And some people tell me they can't cry, which is pretty sad, because that means that at least your mind, at least you're disconnected with that essence to release. Yes, to release a trauma, to release some type of pain. Yeah, I have heard people say, I can't cry. Yeah. So when that happens, you definitely have to pause and start to deep breathe and connect with your heart to figure out why you cannot cry. There's something deep, deep, deep within you that's preventing you from crying. And that's a energy block. That's a block within your energy field. And we cannot have blocks in our energy field. No, We have them, but we have to heal them. We have to address them. Yes, we do. And we are addressing them today in this podcast. So if you have any pains, and if you have heard throughout your life, if you're a man and they tell you you can't cry, do not listen to that. Do not listen to that. Because when you do not cry, you're causing more pain within your body. Your body holds memory. So it's holding that pain, like I said, within the heart. And then it can manifest as some type of dis-ease because you did not allow yourself to cry and to release whatever was giving you pain. Okay, so crying, write this down, dear ones. Whatever or what we've been taught, yeah, I have seen this many times, and I even seen it in women. Oh, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. No, crying is one of the best healing things you can do for yourself because you're releasing. Yes. So cry, have a good cry. And then after you cry, you feel good because you just release that energetic pain that if you didn't cry, it would still be within your body. It would be within your emotions. And as I said, that is what causes dis-ease. If you act that way, if you behave that way for a long period of time, and we speak in like years and years, like you can't cry. You can't cry because you don't want to cry. You see, you really can cry, but you don't want to cry. See, that's a difference. And because of that, that's causing more pain within your mental body, your emotional body, your physical body. And this is how we, as humanity, we create dis-ease within us because of this simple thing of, I don't want to cry. Yeah, you hear that? I don't want to cry. So take note of that, dear ones. Cry. If you need to cry, cry. Now, I'm not saying you got to cry in front of people, but no, if you need to cry, cry because it's healing you. Absolutely. It is healing. Remember that, dear ones. We need to cry so you can come back into alignment. And then when you heal that, you're going to see that whatever you were crying about and you totally healed it, it won't affect you no more. Okay? But you're crying because you're a sentient being. That means you're refusing to be what you are, which is a sentient, caring, feeling essence. It's your natural way of being. So when people tell you to not cry, they're telling you not to be who you are. And the nerve of a person to tell you to not be who you are. Yeah, the nerve of them. So when you want to cry, cry because that's healing. And guess what? I know a lot of people do not look at it in that way, but that is what it is. It's releasing. We are an energetic force. And if you don't release that energy of pain, it's going to cause dis-ease within you. So write that down, to cry. Yes, because crying is healing. Okay? So, and I was never taught that myself. I had to learn about that. I had to learn about crying. Yeah, I had to learn that, dear one. So we need to do the things that's going to keep us in alignment. Yes. So we can always stay in an essence of love. Yes. You want to stay in love, your true essence. You don't want to be your own nemesis. You want to be your ally. Your ally is your best friend. Your ally is alignment. That's where we want to be. We want to be in alignment. We want to be in alignment with our ally that's helping us on our life journey. We do not want to continue being aligned with our nemesis self that criticizes, that continues to do habitual habits that don't serve our highest good. No, we don't want to do any of that. But we're recognizing the nemesis. So when we see certain expressions within ourselves, and within others, we know what to do now. We know to pause, to state that I'm powerful beyond measure. Yes. And nobody has power over me. Yes. You state your power. I'm not angered. I'm love. I'm not hatred. I am love. I'm not cynical. I am love. I'm not lazy. I am love. You see that? You can just bypass all those other words and just, as you say what you're not, you state that I am love. Yes, because love, beautiful ones, the highest frequency on the planet. Yes, it is. So remember, when you want to be in alignment, you want to be joyful, you are not allowing that energy of being the nemesis. No. So we are thanking all of the superhero movies for pointing that out, for teaching us, yes, about the nemesis today. So are you the nemesis in your life? And if you are, then guess what? You need to take appropriate action to change your vibration, to change your attitude, to change who you are by loving yourself. All right, beautiful ones. Always sending light and love. And always reminding you that the treasure is you.